Live on the internet outside Los Angeles County Superior Court in downtown Los Angeles. Today was the status hearing for Britney Spears, scheduled by the court because of Britney's own desire to speak out on the record with news media in attendance, but with strict rules against recording anything, rules which have apparently been violated. What Britney wants, she told the judge, is an end to the conservatorship that the court ordered governing her personal, her financial, her legal affairs back in 2008 after a series of highly publicized hospitalizations and concern over Britney's emotional well-being. So what happened was the judge scheduled what's called a status hearing. I was one of 12 people in the courtroom. There's still social distancing and masks inside the courthouse. Britney was on the telephone, as was her dad, Jamie, who's one of the co-conservators whom she objects to, saying that he's ruined her life. So Britney was on the telephone, and her voice was just coming out of a square speaker in front of the judge's bench. And then there was a video monitor in the side. We're all used to this in the Zoom age, where about 10 attorneys for the various parties, Britney, her father, her mother, other lawyers appointed by the court, they all were appearing virtually. But basically it was dominated by Britney speaking to the judge and to the court over the telephone, explaining what the past couple of years in particular have been like for her life. And here's some direct quotes. "The people who did this to me," meaning who forced this court-appointed conservatorship on her, which was her father, "should not be able to walk away so easily." She said, "I lied and told the world I was happy. It was a lie. I'm in denial. I'm in shock. I've been traumatized. I'm angry. I'm depressed. I cry every day." And then she went on to say, "I want to get married and have a baby. I was told by my conservatorship I can't get married and have a baby." And then she got even more personal. "I have an IUD inside me and I don't want that. They told me I have to keep the IUD inside because they," referring to her dad, "don't want me to have a baby." So those were just some of the more dramatic statements from Britney Spears. She spoke for 23 minutes. It was almost like a stream of consciousness, very rapid fire. In fact, the judge had to interrupt her twice to please ask her to slow down because the court reporter has to be able to transcribe everything verbatim, and she was speaking so fast that the court reporter couldn't even keep up. So the bottom line after all this is that nothing changed today. This was what they call a status hearing. So this was called by the judge. She wanted to get everybody on the record. She wanted to hear from Britney, who requested this. And the attorneys now will then get together, and one of her court-appointed attorneys said to the judge, "If my client, Britney, directs me to file a motion to end this conservatorship," and remember, this goes back 13 years now, "then that's what I'll do." So Britney apparently, the next step would be for her to tell that attorney, "Yes, I want you to file the legal paperwork to end this conservatorship." She says she doesn't have a life and she feels bullied and ganged up on it. I mean, it was very emotional, very dramatic. And again, the judge made a strict ruling at the beginning of all this that you can report on what happened. We're able to take notes with literally pen and paper. No electronic note-taking, no cell phones, no laptops allowed in the courtroom. She made a very strict ruling that while you could listen to what happened on an audio feed, you could not record it and you could not broadcast it. Now, apparently that has been violated. Just before we did this Facebook Live, I was on Twitter, and there are numerous examples of people that had logged into a special audio feed that had been set up, and again, in violation of the court order, recorded it and have put it out on social media. And whether there's any consequences to them, we don't know. But very emotional. Britney Spears, again, speaking for 23 minutes, this nonstop to the judge, saying that she wants her life back, that she's done more than anybody should be asked to do, and that she doesn't want anyone to have control over her anymore. In fact, she said she wants to sue her whole family. So the next court date has not yet been set, but the next thing that will likely happen from the legal point of view is that the judge will hear a motion to end that conservatorship, and then we'll have more arguments, and the question is whether that will be in open court or not. Because of what happened today with the leaks, I would not be surprised if the judge ruled that there's no audio feed out of the courtroom whatsoever. So we're going to have a reaction. My colleague Christina Gonzalez is also here. She's been talking to all the fans outside. You may be able to still see them behind me. There's quite a scene. And I'm going to have a lot more with Christina live on the television side of things on Fox 11 at 5, 6, and 7 tonight. For now, I'm Phil Shuman. We'll see you later.